You know, you guys actually brought up a lot of good points in the comments for both sides, like supporting Zoe. I mean, you can, you could always find a new school or something like that, and but like, ruining her future or something like that for it's the side of the taking the retest. But a majority of you actually wanted to support Zoe because, you gotta do things for love. And that was literally my way of thinking too. I think we're gonna support Zoe on this one. Cause, I mean, we could do school some other time, I guess. Oh, the music stopped. Alright, Zoe. I'll come to see your show. You will? Yeah, I'll ask if the retest can be brought forward, but in the event that it can't, I still want to be there for you. Aww, Iris. Zoe's eyes grow teary, and a smile filled with relief and gratitude masks her face. Thank you so much, Iris. Really, don't be silly. You're my sister, Zoe, and I want to be there for you. I know how much this show means to you, and even if it means a potential setback in my education, I'm prepared to take that risk. Just make sure you play your heart out, have fun, and get scouted by a major record label, 'cause then maybe I can actually be the trophy wife. No promises on that third one, but you can rest assured that I'll do my best. With you watching me from the audience, there's no way I can fail. Zoe squeezes my hands, giving me a look that makes my knees weak. Well, I guess we should head back to class. Right. Well, guess I'll see you after school. Oh, I think we made the right decision, guys. The show, the things. Whew, I made it. It's outside, too. I'd taken so long to get ready that I missed the train over. Oh, rip. I had to wait 15 minutes for another one. The event was down a side street, well off the main road, but I managed to find it within a couple of blocks. There's a sign by the fence indicating that this is where it should be. Don't fidget, Iris. Look calm. I probably look the most out of place out of everyone here. Though it's not super busy, there are a surprising amount of people. There's no chairs or anything, but it looks like there's an open bar to my left. Not that I'd have any desire to make use of it, even if I could. After some time waiting, the lights eventually dim. A drummer and a guitarist slide into their respective places on stage. There's a man in the center who raises a microphone to his lips. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage proudly presents Lead and Pink! Yeah! Ew, what was that I just did? There's a spattering of applause as Zoe's band files on stage. The drummer bangs his sticks together. Oh, I wish I had drumsticks. And another guitarist points 3 fingers at the crowd, bobbing his head as he walks. I'm not sure what this means, but the audience seems to like it. And then I see Zoe. She looks restrained, cool, and unruffled. Despite this, she's practically beaming with pride as she spots me. Lifting my arms as high as I can, I bounce and wave like a faithful groupie. Zoe grins even more, then restrains herself once again to focus on her guitar. Then the show begins. I can't keep the joy off my face. Zoe looks so cool I can hardly bear it. The rowdy audience fades away as I concentrate on the strumming of her guitar. By song 3, there's a sheen of perspiration on her face. It makes her look like an angel. When the song trails to an end, there's a loud applause and cheering. I too clap enthusiastically, yay! Before I know it, the show ends. Oh, the announcer comes back on stage to pull in the second band for that night. The crowd roars so loudly that my ears instinctively try to block out that noise. But fuck this other band, I wasn't here for them! I wait anxiously among the escaping masses as Zoe's show comes to an end. Fortunately for Zoe, and unfortunately for me, the venue is packed. I can't move an inch without bumping into someone. Oh no, the mosh pits. I have little choice but to either go with the flow or wait for the crowd to disperse. Aw, man, it's over already. I can't believe this. There aren't even any CDs for sale. How am I supposed to deal, man? Yeah, your life's over. Hey, don't act like you're not interested. You were waving your arms around like an idiot during the first encore. Shut up. You're just testy because you can't perv on that punk chick. Hey, whoa. It ain't like that. Sure it isn't. Just don't do something stupid like try to slip backstage or something. It's like I said, it's not like that, man. Scores of people continue to vacate the premises while talking about the show. In particular, many of them seem to be interested in Zoe. As a temporary replacement, her face is unfamiliar, and her presence was initially a point of contention for the die-hard fans in the audience. But as she played, Zoe proved that she was every bit as talented as the band member she was replacing, maybe even more so, and before long, she had massed a following of her own. How do I get to Zoe? I make my way through the dirty venue, now having lost its magic from Zoe's show. The popular band that is at the main show jerk around like broken animatronics on the platform. Not to my taste at all. At least with Zoe's band I can understand some of the lyrics. Looking around at the crowd, everyone is dressed in grungy black clothes that remind me of Zoe's. I probably stick out like a pink doll in a Halloween store. I told you, Iris! I definitely don't belong here. Not really sure where to go. My heart pounds as I approach the side of the stage, slowly making my way through the crowd. Once I'm up close, I spot Zoe's band members. Yo, man, you guys just about to get ready to get a gong chunk? Almost. Let me grab a few more things. Alright, have you sorted out things with the newbie? Yeah, we're gonna give her a ride back home once we're done. Sweet man, I'm gonna leave first then. Give her my best, alright? Her performance tonight was amazing. Tell her yourself at practice. Finally clearing off the stage, the last of Zoe's bandmates begin to leave. Only a few fans and venue staff members remain now. I should be able to locate Zoe. Thinking that, I head towards the stage, keeping an eye out for my favorite guitarist. Whoa, slow down there, Missy. Where do you think you're going? Only staff and performers are allowed beyond this point. Oh, sorry. I'm actually looking for my sister. This was her first show with this band. You might have seen her on stage, maybe, hopefully? You know, the slender, black-haired guitarist. You expect me to believe that you're her sister? You look nothing alike. And even if you are related, rules are rules. No audience members beyond this point. No way. Can't you just make an exception just this once? Not happening. Like I said. Rules are rules, right? She heard you. Zoe! Before I can make a spectacle out of myself, Zoe emerges from behind the security guard. Seeing the two of us together, the security guard shrugs his shoulders and walks away. Okay, leaving Zoe and I alone together. Zoe, thank goodness you're here. I wasn't sure if I'd... Zoe? While I'm addressing Zoe, she suddenly moves closer and throws her arms around me. I can tell from the strength in her arms and her quick breathing that Zoe is still amped up from her performance. And in all likelihood, that feeling won't soon disappear. Zoe, please, you're kinda hurting me. Sorry. I just lost myself there for a second. I'm so glad you're here. Of course. I wouldn't miss this for the goddamn world. Or a very important test. Well, I can worry about that later. Zoe cheeks are tint in a lovely pink as I smile at her. I can't really blame you for getting excited, though. You told me this was gonna be a big show, but goddamn, I didn't realize just how right you were until the music started playing. There were so many people down here that I thought I was going to get swept away. I know, right? Did you see the size of the audience? It was huge! Way bigger than I was expecting. I was so nervous that I was shaking, looking down at so many people thinking about their expectations of me. I was kind of freaking out. But then, you know what? I looked down at the audience and saw you looking up at me, and that was it. I just started playing. I forgot all about the audience and the venue. I forgot all about the ticket money, and I completely devoted myself to playing for you. Before I realized it, we'd played the first 5 songs and I couldn't even hear my own self-doubt over the cheers. This was my best show yet, and I owe it all to you, Iris. Aw, smiling brightly, Zoe takes my hand in hers. I look down at our hands minced together, then glance back at Zoe and return her smile with one of my own. Don't be silly. The only thing you owe this night to you is your own hard work and dedication. You were amazing tonight, Zoe. I thought so, your bandmates thought so, and so did hundreds of unbiased strangers. Even that security guard. That guy's a douche, though. It's just like you told me. This is the start of something big for you. The chance of a lifetime. And I'm glad I could be here to see it. Iris. Still smiling as we hold hands, I feel myself slowly pulling towards Zoe. As her sister, I'm proud of her. I want to pour praise on her as I shout out to anyone present that she's my sister, and that she's going to be a superstar one day. But as her friend, and maybe something more, what I feel as I move closer to Zoe is something harder to speak of so openly. I stare at Zoe's lips, which are still quivering in excitement and curled up into a smile, and unconsciously I begin to inch my face closer to hers. Zoe widens her eyes slightly, but she doesn't say anything. Instead, she warps her smile into one which exudes an entirely different emotion than moments ago. Zoe and I move closer together, and as my lips begin to part, "Oh, there you are! I've been looking everywhere for you! Come on, we're about to get going. You still want that ride home, right? If you don't hurry up, we're going to..." The young woman who I recognize as the band's vocalist suddenly glances towards me. Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll give you a minute to, catch up. No, wait, this isn't what it looks like. No, it's cool. Have at it, you two, just go crazy. And don't worry, Zoe, I won't tell the others you were hooking up with your girlfriend while they waited in the van. I'm telling you that, isn't it? Zoe, why aren't you saying anything? She wants this. While I frantically try to hide my embarrassment, Zoe takes a different approach. She averts her gaze while blushing slightly, neither confirming nor denying her bandmate's assumptions. You got a lively one there, Zoe. Just make it quick, okay? We're gonna head off soon. We're gonna go get some pizza and beer. Oh, and if your girlfriend wants a ride, we do have room for at least one more. Don't be a stranger. With those parting words, the vocalist waves goodbye and returns backstage. I turn towards Zoe once more, still speechless and blushing. She allows a faint smile to appear on her face. But behind that smile, and the embarrassment of having our relationship thrown into question so openly, I see a hint of sadness. She didn't say I was her girlfriend, but she also didn't say we were sisters. Sisters. Well, there's that. We still don't know if we're really blood-related. Stupid brain. Stop reminding me of that. Let me enjoy my evening. But what am I going to do if she's really my actual sister? My grip on her arm loosens. I stare at nothing, downcast. What's wrong? Nothing. Is it all the noise? No, it's not. I'll go tell them we're ready to go and we can get out of here. Thank you for being there for me tonight. Her genuine smile is enough to make my previous thoughts fade into a pool of happiness. Oh, but what does this mean for me? Or Iris? Sorry, I always take place of the main character. Well, I put myself in the shoes of the main character, don't judge me. I'm exhausted. I'm not surprised, that was quite a show. Tell me about it. All I want to do now is lay down and go to sleep. I'd better take a shower first, though. I'm kind of covered in sweat. Good idea. I'll get started on dinner. Are you sure you wouldn't prefer to join me? Are you serious? Why not? It's just the two of us here after all. We don't need to hold back. Gosh, I unconsciously lower my head as my face heats up. Before I can give a response, a smirk appears on Zoe's face. Don't get so worked up. I was just kidding. Though if you work up the guts to join me, I won't turn you away. Still wearing a smirk that hides her true intentions. I can't tell if Zoe's joking or not. But even if she isn't, she's correct about one thing. I certainly don't have the guts to join her of my own accord. Why do you have to be so difficult to read, Zoe? If you just honestly say what's on your mind without turning everything into a joke, Wait a minute. My eyes catch on a letter by the front door. What on earth? Ah! What's wrong? Zoe, it's here! What's here? Oh, the test! It's here! The results are here! What test? Did that professor let you move the test forward after all? The professor? No, not that test! I'm talking about the, the genetic, test? Oh. Zoe's face is colored with both surprise and anxiety as those final words leave my mouth. I'd almost forgotten that we even took the test. This is quite a surprise. Yeah, you could say that again. So, what does it say? I look at the sealed envelope in my hands. The envelope begins to open as I undo the seal, and inside I find several sheets of paper. I'm calling it now. They totally are sisters. Let me see. Blood is normal. No traces of STDs or oh, that's good. There's quite a lot of information here. I should hope so. That test wasn't cheap, you know. Just skip to the match, would you? Right, I'm on it. I should look over this again later and make sure I have a clean bill of health. With that optimistic thought in mind, I skim through the rest of the text until I land on the final page. Okay, here we go. Probability of patient A and patient B being direct blood relatives is 100% perfect match. I fucking knew it! I look up from the paper and gauge Zoe's reaction. She stares at me with her eyes wide open, as though she's actually surprised to hear that we're siblings. 100%? There's not even a remote possibility that we're not related? It says here that the results are rounded to the nearest 0.0001%. So it's not impossible, but it looks like we're sisters after all. Yay! I can feel the envelope shaking in my hands as my mind processes what I've just said. Zoe and I, without a doubt, are 100% blood-related sisters. The things we did together, the dates we went on, the kisses we shared. We two sisters, offspring of the same parents, did all those things with and to each other. Without a thought for what it might lead up to, we deepened our relationship. We flirted in public, felt each other up at school. We became as intimate as a real couple. But now that reality has caught up to us, that may no longer be possible. This can't be happening. This has to become some kind of mistake, right? Zoe. No. I get it. They mixed up our results with someone else's, right? Yeah, that's it. Or maybe they just screwed up the test. Nobody's perfect after all. Zoe, please. Why am I getting so worked up over a stupid test? It's obviously wrong. I mean, how can we be sisters? Sisters don't go on dates or kiss or do any of that stuff. We're just an ordinary couple, right? There's no way we could be related. Don't you think so, Iris? Come on, tell me I'm right. I look away as Zoe pleads with tears in her eyes. My own eyes begin to grow teary, and I feel my anxiety getting the best of me. Stop it, Zoe! Pleading with me isn't going to change anything. It was a 100% match. We really are sisters. Iris? Hey, come on. How can that be right? We grew up on different continents. We never even met until we both came here. There's no chance that we're related. This is all just... Damn it, Zoe, just accept it already! We both knew from the start. We both knew that we were sisters all along, right? But that's okay. It doesn't change anything. Nothing has to be different between us. We can just keep going like we have been, you know? I can hear the desperation in my own voice as I try to convince Zoe that everything's okay. Even if we're sisters, nothing needs to change. We knew there was a high probability of that from the beginning, and it never stopped us until now. Why should it be any different this far along? No, I can't. I can't accept that. If we really are sisters, then all of those things we did... Zoe covers her mouth with her hand, as though she's about to throw up. I kissed you. I kissed my own sister. I held you in my arms and kissed you. I took off your clothing and ran my fingers down your bare flesh, and what kind of sister does that? What kind of disgusting human being could do that to their own sister? If we really are sisters, then you and I, all of those things I did to you... Zoe, stop it, please! Look, it doesn't matter to me, okay? Who cares if we're siblings? It's not like we'd have children anyway, right? Come on. Can't we just go back to how we were an hour ago? Zoe shakes her head while still cupping her mouth with her hand. Impossible. I may be a lot of things, but that line is one that even I can't cross. Why? Tell me how this changes a single thing! It doesn't, right? I still love you and you still love me. We're just two people in love, the same as always. Why should things like blood matter? I don't care if you're my sister. Why do you? Once again, Zoe shakes her head. Sorry, I'm stressed. It's not that simple, Iris. The hell it isn't. It's illegal for us to be together, Iris. We can't be doing stuff like this. Then why now? After a stupid piece of paper? You can't tell me all this time you were pretending we weren't sisters? Zoe? I need to be alone. Well, no, Zoe, stop! No, I won't accept this. I don't care what the test results were. Ever since I met you, I've felt so different. Since the moment I laid my eyes on you. Zoe, Before Zoe has a chance to say anything, I put everything on the line. Oh, and forced my lips onto hers. No. Startled, Zoe tries to pull away, but I enclose my arms around her shoulders. To my relief, she kisses back. She gently places her arms around me and kisses me back, closing her eyes and allowing herself to be taken away. Her breathing slows, and Zoe finally begins to calm down. Her soft lips move against my own with an increasing urgency. I slide my hand behind her neck, feeling her warmth. How can something so simple feel this good? As I think that, her tongue finds its way into my mouth, and we intertwine them. It doesn't matter if we're sisters. It doesn't matter. If I can feel like this when I'm with her, then how can it be wrong? I can't help myself. The excitement from this kiss, Zoe's body pressing up against mine, all my pent-up frustrations come crashing out. I let out a small moan. Zoe. Like a spell being broken, Zoe's eyes open, clarity returning to them at a rapid pace. We were in the middle of kissing each other like lovers would. Zoe's lips pull away from mine. I'm sorry, I can't do this. No, please. I love you. I try to kiss her again, but Zoe's already backing up, twisting out of my embrace. We can't do this. I can't do this. Zoe blurts out before she runs out the door. Zoe! No, please! I'm sorry! Please forget it ever happened! I grab hold of Zoe's arms, desperate to pull her close. The moment I think Zoe has calmed herself, she opens her eyes in realization and shoves me away. Zoe? Shut up! Get away from me, Iris. Just leave me alone! Zoe runs out of the apartment, slamming the door shut behind her. Wow, oh, and it's fucking raining! Game! I quickly follow after her, but by the time I've opened the door, her figure is nowhere to be found. Why did we do the bad choice? What did I fuck up? Zoe! Zoe, where are you? Please, Zoe, answer me. I run outside in pursuit of Zoe. The rain that just started during our ride home has gotten heavier, and I find it difficult to see far into the distance. I can't see a single other person in the street, let alone Zoe. Zoe! Zoe! I shout at the top of my lungs, praying that Zoe might hear my voice and come back. But my words have no effect. Whether they're being drowned out by the rain, ignored, or simply misdirected, Zoe does not respond. God damn it! God freaking damn it! Why? Why now? Just when we were getting along so well. My legs buckle and I hit the ground hard. The water drenches my dress and underwear, but I don't care. Nobody can see me anyway, and even if they could, it wouldn't matter. Zoe's gone. My sister, my girlfriend, no matter what I call her, the person I love most just disappeared. Possibly for good. Was it really so wrong?
All I wanted was to show Zoe that I still loved her, and yet she pushed me away.
I wrap my arms around my torso and hang my head. The rain has soaked every inch of my body, and yet I don't feel anything. My entire body is numb, inside out. I can't even, crack any, jokes. I can't even, do anything like I normally would. This is just too heavy. Zoe rejected my love, and no other feeling can topple that.
Zoe. Zoe.
Water streams down my face as I close my eyes and lurch forward. Whether it's the rain or my own tears, the feeling of crushing anguish is unmistakable. All I want to do is crawl into a hole and die.
Zoe really was my sister. Not just my half-sister either. Even our mothers are the same. And yet I
can feel tears beginning to form in the corners of my eyes. With my own sister, I slowly formed a relationship, one which began to develop into a romantic one. I became romantically involved with my own flesh and blood sister. I committed a grave sin which even my father would not overlook. You don't know that. And yet, even now, I didn't regret it.
Where are you, Zoe? You should be here with me. Even if we couldn't kiss or touch one another anymore, we could still be together. Just as normal sisters, right? So why?
Forlornly, I return to my room, not sure what the future will hold. I don't know anymore! You done fucked me, game! The sadness. For the 5th day in a row, the entire day passes by without me catching a single glimpse of Zoe. She totally fucking ran, dude. She's gone. Ever since I kissed Zoe after hearing the test results, I haven't even been able to get in contact with her at all. She hasn't been coming to school or even coming home. Nobody has heard from her, and nobody seems to know where she is. Zoe has vanished, and it's all my fault.
Zoe, where could you have gone? Just come back home. I'm really starting to get worried.
I make dinner with tears in my eyes as I realize just how much I miss her. My mind is filled with thoughts about how great it would be to cook together again, or even just eat together. But no matter how much I lament her absence, she doesn't return. Why?
Zoe, are you in here? I'm trespassing in your room. Hurry up and tell me off before I start going through your things.
I enter Zoe's room while calling out into an empty space. Surely enough, Zoe's nowhere to be seen. It's just me alone in an empty room, filled with Zoe's belongings.
Maybe I can find a clue about where she's gone. Zoe couldn't have gone that far, right?
I look around Zoe's room for anything out of the ordinary. I check the browser history on her computer for a bus and train timetables. Look through her trash for receipts. And even if she's bought spare clothes with her. Brought, not bought. But for all of my searching, I find very little. Zoe has taken the bag she brought with her when she first moved in. She also brought her guitar and several sets of clothing. Wherever Zoe went, she's prepared to make her disappearing act last for a long time.
Who am I kidding? Zoe could probably be halfway across the country by now. She isn't coming back. She's never coming back again.
I sit down on Zoe's bed and grab her pillow. Her scent lingers, but her warmth is gone, along with her presence. Even so, I hug her pillow tightly. I wrap my arms around it and rest my head on top, closing my eyes as tears begin to form in my eyes.
I can't keep doing this. I can't keep torturing myself like this, wishing Zoe would come back. I need to find her and bring her home. Because without Zoe here, I'm just...
I strengthen my hold on the pillow. With my eyes still closed, I imagine that the pillow is Zoe. I hug Zoe as tightly as I can, burying my face in her chest as I indulge in her warmth. But the fantasy only lasts for a moment. I open my eyes and find not Zoe, but a pillow stained with my tears and mucus.
Zoe... It's just not the same. Living here isn't the same without you, Zoe. I can't even bring myself to leave the apartment out of fear that you might return while I'm out and then leave again. How am I supposed to go on like this, Zoe? Tell me!
I scream into the pillow desperately, burying my face so that the world can't see the pathetic look on my face. I know I'm being irrational. I know that Zoe can't hear me, and that becoming a shut-in won't bring her back. But I can't help myself. Zoe's the only thing on my mind, and until I find her, that isn't gonna change.
You can't just insert yourself into my life and vanish. That's just not fair, Zoe. You said you wanted to be with me. Was it all a lie?
I pull my face away from the pillow and throw it at the door.
Everything changed when we took that stupid test. We were both so happy together, living as sisters who only acknowledged our relationship when it suited us. All I want to do is go back to that time, before we were sure about our blood relation. If we never took that stupid test, we could have been